underdogs in the pouring rain last night. Cam had a rushing and passing touchdown to go along with just 118 yards through the air in the 23-17 win. New England avoided turning the ball over while Lamar threw for 249 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. So, Shannon, what did last night tell you about both teams?
Let me start with the Ravens first. The Ravens are not going to win the AFC North, and they're not going to win the AFC. They're too deficient. Now, although I thought Lamar threw the ball last night in those conditions better than he had at any point in time this season, Skip. Now, he had the one horrible interception right before the half, and I thought that was because Hollywood was in his ear. He's trying to appease him, and he never should have thrown that ball. Yep. There was no opening between Hollywood and the DB. So that was really the only mistake that I really saw that he made. Skip, I was shocked how well New England was able to run the ball against that Baltimore Ravens defense. Now, I know Brandon, I think Brandon Williams ended up getting hurt.
He was gone in the first half. Calais Campbell was out. So you take those two pieces out of the middle of it, and you're going to have problems.
But the one thing that we know about Coach Belichick, once he's committed to something, he's committed to it. He was committed to the run last night. And Damian Harris did a great job of running the football. Burkhead, they run tough, they run hard. Cam did not turn the ball over. That being said, that's the way the Patriots are going to have to win, Skip. I'm sorry. The days of Tom throwing for 300 yards, the days of Cam and Carolina Cam, MVP Cam, and that's not the way they're going to win. They're going to win games like this. That's not going to be aesthetically pleasing. But at the end of the day, are you in the dub or are you in the AL column? And that's just the way it is. And given the conditions that were last night, I mean, everybody ran the ball. I mean, even Lamar and them, the Ravens ran the ball for 115 yards on 28 carries. But it's just something about the Ravens offense. And we get it, Skip. We know it normally takes a year for defenses to catch up. The question is, I still have for Lamar, I know it's going to take some time, but you got to continue to get better at throwing the football, or this is what it's going to look like for the foreseeable future.
I do agree with your first takeaway. I thought under the circumstances, he threw it pretty well last night. One of his better games this year.
Yeah, 24-34 Skip for 249 in those conditions.
And remember, they're a little desperate at the end of the half. There's 7 seconds left. And you're right, he and Hollywood are all at each other on the sideline because Hollywood wants a deep ball because that's what he does. So he thinks, okay, he's got single coverage, but it's J.C. Jackson who has really emerged as a star cornerback.
Right.
There's no Stephon, but that guy he's like 1A to Stephon. And he says, okay, I'll throw it up for grabs and hope that he can have a half step and I can get it through him through the driving rain for a touchdown. You have a chance to complete a 10-yard pass at the sideline and call timeout, and you got, is he the best kicker in football?
Yes.
Right?
Probably so.
And so maybe you could even the score at 13 at halftime. You're down 13-10.
Right.
And instead, he just throws it up for grabs, and between those two, J.C. Jackson's probably going to come down with it. And he did, and it ended their scoring threat. They had it down to the New England 38, and that was the end of that half. My biggest takeaway from the game was the best pass I saw all night was not thrown by Lamar Jackson or Cam Newton. It was thrown by the undrafted receiver who is now the star receiver for the New England Patriots named Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers, and he, on a trick play, just cuts loose and throws it to Rex Burkhead, and it was a great throw.
Yep.
And it dropped down out of the sky between two DBs, and there was Rex Burkhead to catch it because Rex Burkhead can catch the football.
Yes.
He made a couple of big catches in the Super Bowl drive that won the game against the Rams for Tom Brady, obviously. And that was the play of the night. That changed the whole game because they were down 10-7 at that point, and you can't tell me Baltimore wasn't semi-aware that that guy was a quarterback at North Carolina State. You don't think they talked about it?
Skip, they got the guy covered. I mean, the linebacker clean runs with it, but he just lost the ball.
He just lost the ball. And it was a good throw and a very good catch under duress in the end zone.
But you know what really doomed the Ravens, Skip, the offense? the center and his ability to snap the ball.
Horrible.
Skip, that was terrible. I mean, there were 3 on 4th down. He snaps the ball, and so now you give them a short field. And you roll the ball back to Lamar, and you lose 16
yards.
So that happened time and time again. And I get it.
Drops.
Mark Andrews have a drop right there, and it just goes, he's trying to run before he secures the football. But I get it, the conditions. But it wasn't like Cam and the Patriots were playing in the phone booth.
No.
It was wet on their sideline, too, because I looked over there and Coach Belichick was getting rained on also.
He was.
So it wasn't just raining on your side of the field, Ravens. You've got to make plays. And I know, trust me, I played in the rain, played a lot of elements. It's not easy, but you got to make those plays.
Got to make those plays. I envisioned Coach Belichick before this game conjuring up the rain somehow, like I don't know, it was voodoo or he's got a weather machine. But those conditions were so ugly that it gave his team a real shot to pull off an upset.
Especially that last drive. I said, now this is ridiculous. It wasn't raining like this until the last drive with like 1 minute and 15 seconds to go.
It's impossible. It's impossible. It's raining sideways.
They should have just called that. Okay, that's enough now.
That's it. Call it off. So it was an ugly game with an ugly outcome, at least for me, because I picked Baltimore to win it all this year.
Yes.
I'm going to hang with them, but they got their issues. I'm also going to remind you, they were coming off their best half of the year because just in their previous Sunday game, they were at Indy, and they won the second half 17-0 over a team that then went to Tennessee and
destroyed
won.
Tennessee.
Yeah, destroyed them. So that was impressive to me. But to your point, Pittsburgh is running and hiding with this division, right?
Yeah. I don't know, Skip. And there's no person out there. There's no quick fix. Lamar's just going to have to throw the football better. I thought they gave him opportunities. I thought Greg Roman, but guys going to have to catch the ball. I know the opportunities are few and far between, but when you get those opportunities, you're going to have to come down with the football. You are. And, they lost Doyle. I think that's the name, Boyle.
Yeah, which was horrible.
Horrible.
It was as soon as it happened, I just said that.
But, Skip, you're going to get this. Because remember earlier, they got 2 unnecessary roughness for hitting a receiver. So you're going to get guys going low. And I just hate it. I just hate it. But the Ravens, you're going to have to get better. You're going to have to catch the ball better. Lamar's going to have to continue to prove and throwing the football. But like I said, 24-34 for 249, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. The interception should have never happened. And that's the thing what the really great quarterbacks can do, Skip. They can block out the noise. Guys, man, throw me the ball, I was open. Okay. I'm going to go back there and go through my reads.
That is
and
correct.
my read dictates you, and my read takes you to you.
I agree.
You're open, I'm going to throw you the ball. If not, I'm going elsewhere.
I still believe in Lamar Jackson's football character, and I think they will figure it out, even though they're getting depleted to the point of being decimated. Because they lost the left tackle.
Staley.
Lamar said they're ticked off. They don't like losing. So we'll see how they respond, guys. Interesting in that front. Well, Michael Vick will join us to break down Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins and that amazing